Okay, so we got our alpha pretty much perfected as far as like the details or whatever. And it's really sad it's just a screw, but it represents, just about everything that is good and bad about alphas. Now, how to place it on meshes. Okay, so I initialized ZBrush before, and I'm just macro going to my scribble plane and take off frame. Let's say I want to make it into a brush of some sort, like a rivet brush. Now, a lot of people try to make, a brush that kind of rolls out. Let's say a dots brush with that alpha, and what they'll do is go to stroke, go to lazy mouse, and they'll have something like this. Okay, and you could probably do a roll, which is like this. Let's take an actual brush that has roll if we're going to do that. Here's one that has roll already installed, and see what it does. It rolls it out. With a roll brush, however, you always get this little track in here, and it's kind of annoying. And all the roll brushes are pretty much kind of like that. Let's see, stitch brush. This one's not too bad. It's got a reverse roll on it. Okay, so let's take this one and let's replace the alpha and see what we get. Okay, it's kind of awful. Like if I was making some kind of really good armor, I don't think I have the steady enough hand required to run that brush. So what I would suggest, any kind of rivet brush like this, I would use like the drag drop. So if I take off everything else, lazy mouse, click, and it appears. Click, and it appears. Click, and it appears. Okay? That's probably more realistic than anything else. Now, I got what I like these. I like the settings. What about the intensity? Okay, that's not too bad. It's a little bit better. Make sure my edit curve is in place. Sure enough, the ZBrush gods have changed it. Good. It even has a rotated screw a little bit, so it's more real. When I get done with this, I want to make a brush out of it, just like this one. See how it's got this cool little pattern on it? Alright, so how do I do that? Well, first off, I got to figure the size of this little brush doohickey thing. Now, it's actually the same size as your uh, alpha preview thing here, which is still a mystery. But what you could do is go to Photoshop, and I can tell you the size. I think you could do this in ZBrush too, but this is just the thing I want to look up faster, I guess. Okay, so Z Startup, Brush Presets, Sample Icon PSD. This little guy is exactly 96 by 96. Okay, so in the next video we make a brush icon for our new brush.